This is a podcast of hope. Close the door, put out the light. You know they won't be home tonight. You chose the path where no one goes. We hold no quarter. Don't you want somebody to love? Don't you need somebody to love? Don't you know somebody you love? I wanna be somebody you love. And I love you. So how are you? Whoop-de-doo. And welcome to you. Alright, I'll stop singing. How's it going? I have another wonderful, lovely, singing-full podcast for you, full of music and remedies and beautiful fish, bikes, stories, philosophies, ideas, thoughts, ramblings, and etc. Thank you for tuning in. I wanted to touch today on I talked last podcast a little bit how a band of one of my favorite bands went full circle with me from listening to them as a little kid to getting into them later in life. Led Zeppelin. If you've never heard of them, go kill yourself. Great band, and I talked about full circle and how it kind of evolved with your life and how it's always kind of a constant in your life, that music, if you get into it when you're young and as you get older. And I guess you appreciate your music like that. But Led Zeppelin's a great band, and I was into it. And it was old when I was young, so, it's a great band. But the focus of this podcast was not going to be about music. I wanted to talk about another media that was full circle in my life, where it helped me through when I was younger till when I'm older. And it's kind of a sad, touchy, excuse me, kind of not touchy, but kind of, yeah, it is touchy. It's sad that it's happening. One of my favorite television hosts is leaving TV, Jon Stewart of The Daily Show. Burr, 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 burr. That's the Daily Show theme. He did a TV televised newscast, fake newscast on Comedy Central for years. I think it was 19 years. And I used to watch it for 9. I watched it since 2007. And it's 2015 now, so that's 5. That's 8 years. I watched The Daily Show. I've hardly missed episodes. I used to watch on my computer starting in 2000, maybe 9, 10. I would watch it every day on my computer. Before that, I would catch it all the time on the TV, and I would watch it on other people's computers and watch it elsewhere. But I love The Daily Show with Jon Stewart because it was right up my alley, politics and humor. And I loved his political commentary because he is very left-wing, and I am very left-wing. I have a lot of friends who are very right-wing, conservative, both fiscally and socially, and I'm very left socially. And I want to say fiscally as well. So is he, and I love that show. Jon Stewart is ending today. He did his last interview. His first interview this week was yesterday with Amy Schumer, and then he did an interview now with Dennis Leary, who is a comedian of his, the big-time friend of his, that he always had on the show. Dennis Leary, funny comedian. If you want to listen to him, listen to Dennis Leary, go check him out. Kind of brash, hardcore Irish humor. He was on the show. He kind of kept it real. Jon Stewart was like, "It's my last show, motherfucker." And Dennis Leary was like, "Dude, it's your last fucking show." So he kind of brought him down, and Jon Stewart was like, "Oh, whoa." It was a good last choice. I'm glad they did it. I'm not sure who's going to be on tomorrow, but I think this is his last week. So Monday, Tuesday. Today was Tuesday, so he's got 2 more shows and he's done. And I've watched him for 9 years, 4 days a week. It's called a Daily Show, but it's only on 4 days a week, Monday through Thursday. And he would show up. He would play after. I think he would play after Tosh Point oh sometimes. He played after Crank Yankers back in the 90s. He pretty much made that 10 o'clock spot on Comedy Central, and it was his. Pretty much every day, 10 o'clock, they would play Daily Show. because Jon Stewart's so fucking funny. From Comedy Central's World News headquarters in New York, this is the No Quarter Podcast with No 25 Andrew. Except it would be This is the Daily Show with Jon Stewart. He was the best, I don't know, I don't want to say it because it sounds bad, but he was just like, not like a whiny Jew, but like, he's like, what are you guys doing? You guys are a bunch of morons. But he did it eloquently, and he did it with class, and he did it, what's the word, authentically, and he did it, with, like, articulately, is that a word? He was articulate in his delivery, how about that? He was very well done, very well read. He would have a lot of people. I wrote down a shit ton of books that were on his show, and it's on my list. I have it titled, the list is The Daily Show Book Club, and it's just all the books that I found fascinating that he would bring on his TV show, all the documentaries that would come on his TV show that I would watch. One I'm remembering now is The Island President, about the nation state of, I think it's Manila, the nation state in Indonesia that's just sinking, and it was about the president who was trying to save all his people and make sure they don't sink with his nation, so they have somewhere to go. So I just love The Daily Show. I love Jon Stewart. I love his influence. He's got a crazy, crazy, beautiful mind and idea set, liberal and conservatively and comedically. He's just a funny, funny dude. And I couldn't love watching his show anymore. So this is my special thank you so much to Jon Stewart for all the great shit he did on TV, and he made me laugh so many times on so many different days and so many different mornings that it made me get through a lot of those days and mornings with a smile on my face, and then go tell somebody about this absurdly funny man on TV who's saying these absurdly funny things, that they should check him out. And then they'd be like, who, Colbert? I like Jon Stewart. Everybody loved Colbert, but I loved Colbert and I loved Jon Stewart, so both of them get an A+++ in my book. So thank you so much, guys, for being in there. I have a Rolling Stone cover with both of them on there that I saved, just because it's not Rolling Stone, but just because it's Jon Stewart and Colbert, because they're badass comedians that are my favorite style of comedy, political satire, where it's just making fun of what matters, but in a way that you care about it. So, like, it's not just saying, it's not just saying legalize pot, man. It's saying legalize it because you're stupid for not, and here's why. And they explain their case in a rational, moral, beautifully written, funny way, which is really, really hard to do, and really, really well respected and done, and that's why I followed him for 9 years. So thanks again to The Daily Show, and Jon Stewart. Colbert's going to be on Letterman show, I want to say in September, so like in a month or so. So he'll be on CBS, so I can't say I'll miss the political satire as much, but I don't know what his show is going to be. It's not going to be as politically driven as his show on Comedy Central, so it might be something else. We'll see what it is. He was more like crazy right-winged on the Colbert Report, but on the CBS show he has to be like a night show host like Jimmy Fallon, and we'll see how he does. I read parts of his book I Am America and So Can You, and I've read part of I'm a Pole and So Can You, the Colbert book. It was pretty funny. I read parts of Jon Stewart's got a book called America, and he's got a book called Earth. I think I liked Earth better. It was a book about, it's kind of like a coffee table book, but Earth was written to a bunch of aliens, as if you were coming to Earth not knowing anything about Earth. Excuse me. And they would, like, they had this one joke. It was like, not everybody on Earth was named Michael Jordan and had the 23 jersey. There was just one really good Michael Jordan that everybody wanted to be like and wear. And it was like a picture of a fat guy eating an ice cream in a 23 jersey. So like weird parts of our society like that was in the book. So I love that kind of commentary, just making fun of social um, context, social cues, making fun of societal issues. And I think it needs to be made fun of. And if you do it in a funny way, you can talk about it, especially if you're laughing about it. Which is what freaking Joe Rogan and everybody else talks about when they do their podcast, is making fun of things, and you can make fun of everything. And if there's nothing you can make fun of, there's nothing that's sacred, nothing sacred. So you can make fun of rape. It just has to be funny, has to be tasteful. You can make fun of murder and the Holocaust, and people do. And some of it's not funny and some of it is funny, and that's the trick of being a comedian, and that's the trick of being a good television host, and that's the trick of doing anything right, or as if it's tasteful, if it's done, the intention behind it. If you do it for fun, like I'm just trying to have fun, like right now I'm just trying to entertain, I'm trying to share a little bit of myself, I'm trying to build a, not necessarily brand, but build just kind of like a presence online where I can start maybe building a community to show people what I'm doing with my fish and my bikes and my tanks and my ideas and the ideas that I like to bring through and the cool things that I'm into. So it's kind of all just about me. I'm kind of branding myself, so it's all about myself. It's like my Facebook page, but I'm okay to say whatever I like, because I agree with anybody should be able to say what they like. You can say whatever you want. Duck Dynasty guy can say what he wants. Anybody really can say what they want, and they shouldn't have to apologize for it. A lot of people do apologize for it. But the First Amendment says I can, and we should, and you can as well. I don't want to say too much, because I don't think I have too much to say, but I have enough to say about me and my bikes and my fish and my funny Daily Show comedian, Jon Stewart, who made me laugh every day tastefully and towed the line between making fun of really, really bad issues and touchy subjects and cool, interesting people. And I really respect and honor and am in awe of how well and how cool and how professional he made it look. So thanks again to Jon Stewart, The Colbert. Thanks for listening in. Listen to those shows if you can. I wonder what they're going to do with all the leftover episodes. Will they replay them? I wish they would. That'd be so cool. They were streaming it on the internet. You can click on a link. They streamed it like old 2006 on episodes of The Daily Show, just over and over and over online. And they would put commercials in, like one commercial in between. So I watched one or two old ones when he was like making fun of our president, and it would be like George Bush. So it was cool. He was a historical moment. Voice of the people is what the commercial called him during one of his last few episodes. So he really was the voice of the people. He is the voice of the people. He's very well my comedic political voice, and I agree with a lot of his points. I don't think there's anything I disagree with him on right now. Yeah, there's nothing I can't think of anything I disagree with him on. All things are righteous, except for maybe Christmas. I like celebrating Christmas, and he's Jewish. But that's a small thing. So thank you again, Comedy Central, Jon Stewart, Daily Show, anybody who's listening. This is the No Quarter Podcast. Thankful and grateful for everything. From World News, Comedy Central in New York. Hold on, let me do that again. From Comedy Central's World News headquarters in New York. That was The Daily Show for 2 more episodes, and Andrew will be sad when he does not have it in his life. Thanks again, everyone. Have a great night. See you later. Big kiss. Mwah. Go Joe Rogan. Walking side by side with death, the devil mocks their every step. Snow drives back, the foot that's slow, the dogs of doom are howling more. They ask no quarter.